So I've been roaming the Facebook fragrance groups, and a question that I see all the time is, what fragrance should I buy from Alexandria Fragrance? What's the best fragrance that Alexandria Fragrances offers? Gonna buy my first Alexandria fragrance, which one should I buy? My top 5 fragrances from the house as of right now. Stay tuned. What's going on, good people? My name is Joshua, and this channel is our channel, ScentSense. To all my loyal subscribers who continue to stick around each and every day and continue to watch these videos as they come out, to you good folks, thank you so much. And to all you new people who are maybe checking out the channel for the very first time and you're not too sure if you want to stick around, grab yourself some popcorn and maybe a cold brew. Quite enjoy. I've been told I'm entertaining. Now I'm just gonna ask you really nicely, just stick around. I hope you like it. Today we'll be talking about 5 fragrances from the House of Alexandria that if you are to buy one from this house, these are the 5 that I would suggest you buy. Let's just jump right into it. The first one, as you can see, doesn't even have a name on the bottle because I was sent a prototype of this fragrance for me to smell before it was even released. Your boy got the hook up. The fragrance we're gonna be talking about is their copy of Allure Edition Blanche, and the fragrance is White Zest. White Zest is Alexandria Fragrance's take on Allure Edition Blanche from Chanel. Now, I don't know which one of them is discontinued. I don't know if it is. I just know it's not something you can readily go buy at your local Macy's, Dillard's, Ulta, or Sephora. It's not easily attainable. It's starting to get harder and harder to get, and let's face it, when it comes to fragrances like that, you kind of want an alternative if you can't get the good stuff. When it comes to this one, which you can almost always get at a discount with some discount code out there, this one right here performs fantastic and is easily one that I would reach for if I was looking for something for summer. And yes, it isn't like a fragrance copy of a fragrance that costs $400 or $500, but how about you can easily go get this anytime you want, as long as it's in stock. And it might not be for long after this video. So if you're looking for a lemon meringue pie style fragrance and you want to know more about this fragrance, I actually have a video of it right here. If you're looking for an easy blind buy and you want something that you can just go online and easily buy without having to decide, should I try it or not, this one would be easy to grab. Again, that's White Zest from Alexandria Fragrances. At number 4 is a fragrance that if you bought right now, you may not wear for quite some time unless you work indoors and maybe for a night out in a nice suit in an air-controlled environment. But at the end of the day, this is an original and it just has to be talked about because honestly, it's one of the best original fragrances from the house and it's one of the best original fragrances I've smelled. The fragrance we're talking about is Hafez 1984. Hafez 1984 is named after the owner and operator of this house, Hani Hafez. This fragrance is a great, smooth, seductive, thick, decadent, sexy AF fragrance that I'm telling you right now, if you're into the stuff like YSL Tuxedo, Parfums de Marly Herod, fragrances like that, fragrances that just get it done in the wintertime, easy choice. Now this is not a little boy fragrance. This is not something you should be rocking if you're 16 and living on a dream. This is if you're a grown man and you want a grown woman. The kind of woman who walks up to you and has her own bills, pays her own bills, has her own car, a girl who just got it all together. Think Eva Monroe, got it all together. So if you're looking for a fragrance for the upcoming fall and winter months and you want to pull the trigger now and you just want to kind of enjoy it, maybe sparingly until those months arrive, easy choice at number 4, Hafez 1984. At number 3 is a fragrance that is quickly climbing my list. This is one that just came out of nowhere. It blends a fragrance that is my favorite from the house and another fragrance that's a favorite of almost everybody. The fragrance we're talking about is Tuscan King. Tuscan King is a blend of both Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather and Creed's Aventus. Well, not actually Tuscan Leather and Creed Aventus. It's Brasilia and Bitter Soft, which are two fragrances. You get it. You know what I mean. Tuscan King is a fragrance that honestly, I didn't understand why it wasn't already made. You have fragrance houses such as Dua and Parfums Vintage who are making their versions of blended fragrances, such as Eggs Batch from Parfums Vintage, and I think it's called Poseidon's Elixir, which comes from the house of Dua. Both very popular blends, and this one, in my opinion, really takes the cake. And this is the one that came from Alexandria. You're gonna get the smoky birchiness and the sweet nature from the pineapple when you get Aventus, but you're also gonna get a little sweetness from the raspberry with some leather from the Tuscan Leather. To me, this is the best of both worlds. It is a perfect blend, a match made in heaven. And to be honest, I don't know why another fragrance company which makes only originals hasn't made something that has a lot of the same notes as this has in it. This is easily a compliment getter. This is something you can wear in a suit and tie, but this is also, I think, something you could wear with some nice chukkas, a real nice pair of dark jeans, and a button down, and this will make you smell just sexy. At number 3, Tuscan King. At number 2 is a summer classic. This is a fragrance that has really been popping off with the house, and I completely understand and can see why. A fresh, super good, super easy to wear summer fragrance from the house of Alexandria, Deep Blue. Deep Blue is Alexandria Fragrance's take on Aqua Celestia from MFK. This is a super smooth, super clean, and refreshing, crisp scent. This is something for a guy who wears Versace Pour Homme as a signature scent. This is something for somebody who is literally the guy who loves wearing Nautica Voyage. This is for the guy who likes a super clean approach. This is not gonna be super unique. This is not gonna be world changing, but this is going to be probably one of, if not the best, fresh fragrances in your collection at a fraction of the cost. Easy to reach for, easy to wear, super clean summer staple from the House of Alexandria Fragrances. At number 2, Deep Blue. If you've been a fan of the channel, if you watched for any length of time, you know that one of the very first videos I ever did about Alexandria Fragrances, I talked about this fragrance. I actually had like a 10 ml decant of the original that this fragrance is inspired by, and I think I remember I tossed it, because that's just literally how I felt. Because in my opinion, for how it wears on my skin, I find that this one is just better for me. I find that this one is sweeter. I find that this one is more moist. It's not as dry of a leather fragrance as the original. I'm sure you've guessed it by now. And if you haven't and you're new to the channel, well, you've already been missing out. From the House of Alexandria, at number 1 for fragrances I would buy from the House of Alexandria Fragrances, Bitter Soft. This is actually my 3rd bottle. I had 2 30 milliliter bottles. This is actually the first 60 milliliter bottle that I've owned from the house. This is just super good. I've already started to put a dent in this bottle, and in my opinion, when you have over 160 fragrances and you've already gone through 60 milliliters and you're already reaching into your second 60 milliliter bottle, I find that that fragrance has to be pretty impressive. This is just a really great interpretation of Tuscan leather, but it's not gonna be the same, and that's what I like about this fragrance. A lot of people have a problem when a fragrance smells just like the original, or it smells like the original but it lacks. This is a better version in my opinion. It's more sweet. It's got a little more leaning towards that raspberry note, and I find it not to be as dry of a leather as Tuscan leather. So you're gonna get this juicy, moist raspberry rounded out by this smooth, creamy leather. This is just, oh, it's just so good, man. Easy buy if you are looking for something where you're just gonna smell like a grown-ass man. You know, I don't curse much, but that grown-ass men, that's what this smells like. This is going to be a great fragrance. If you're sure of yourself and you're dressed really nice and you want to impress somebody and you want them to remember you and you want to feel like a man, like what you thought when you were a young man should be, this is it right here. Coming in at the #1 spot is the guy which Tuscan King is built off of, from the House of Alexandria. Top 5 fragrances from the house that I would buy, Bitter Soft. All right, folks, that about does it for me. Let's get the talking started. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below if there's any of these fine fragrances that you own, or if there's any fragrances from the house that you also own that you think should have made the list. If there is a coupon code, which I'm sure there will be, I'll go ahead and list it on the screen now. Now, as things have changed with Alexandria fragrances and they've grown a bit, from now on, whenever I do videos, if there is a coupon code, it will only be on the fragrances that I speak about. So no, don't leave a comment in the comment section below saying your coupon code didn't work, or your coupon code's not working on the fragrances I'm trying to buy. I understand how you feel, but let's just face it. If you're watching this video, you're watching it for the fragrances I'm talking about. And if you feel that these fragrances are ones you need to try out, then why don't you just go ahead and buy those? If you're really interested in the brand and you want to learn more about it, go ahead and check them out on Facebook. There's an Alexandria Fragrances Facebook group. They talk all that there is to talk about Alexandria fragrances. There's often giveaways and great discounts that you can only find there. So hint, hint, go check out the group. I want to thank y'all so much for stopping by. I thank y'all so much for continuing to watch the channel and help it grow. So while you're leaving a comment, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you don't want to though, understand. But if you do, or if you're already subscribed, go ahead and smash that notification bell. That way when my videos come out, you fine folks will be the first to know. And as always, and most importantly, I'll smell each and every one of you later. Peace.